Besides being two of the most famous athletes in the world, LeBron James and Mike Tyson are powerful men who have amassed immense fortunes throughout their respective careers. But have you ever wondered who has the most luxurious life? In this video, you'll see a fierce battle between LeBron James and Mike Tyson. Cars. Both celebrities invest a lot of money in beautiful vehicles, but who has the most expensive cars? Mike Tyson, for example, has been seen with several vehicles, such as a $40,000 Mercedes-Benz 380 SL, a $60,000 Mercedes-Benz 560 SL, a $75,000 Rolls-Royce Spur, a $95,000 Cadillac Scarlet, a $120,000 Bentley Continental T, a $130,000 Rolls-Royce Corniche, a $300,000 Bentley Continental SC, a $340,000 Rolls-Royce Ghost, a $350,000 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a $450,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom, a $500,000 Lamborghini Super Diablo Twin Turbo, a $600,000 Jaguar XJ220, and several sources speculate that one of the most expensive cars he has ever owned was a Ferrari F50, one of the most sought-after Ferraris in the world. This supercar is powered by a V12 engine, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.7 seconds, managing to reach a top speed of 202 miles per hour. And to give you an idea of price, depending on its state of preservation, you can find this legendary Ferrari easily going for over $1 million. LeBron James, for his part, has been seen with several cars, such as Chevy Camaro $50,000, 1975 Chevy Impala, valued at $55,000, Dodge Challenger SRT worth $60,000, Kia K900, also worth $60,000, Hummer H2 for $70,000, Mercedes Maybach S600 for $185,000, Porsche 911 Turbo S for $200,000, Bentley Continental GT for $250,000, Ferrari F430 for $263,000, Ferrari 458 Spider for $270,000, Ferrari 599 convertible for $300,000, Mercedes-Benz Maybach 57S for $320,000, Rolls-Royce Phantom $400,000, and the most expensive and famous of all, his customized Lamborghini Aventador Roadster. This is a super sports car capable of reaching impressive speeds and is among the fastest cars in the world. The vehicle has a 770 horsepower engine that accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in an incredible 2.8 seconds, reaching a top speed of 217 miles per hour. And to acquire this super machine, you may have to shell out a whopping $500,000. The most expensive car he was seen in, on the other hand, is a Porsche 918 Spider, a beautiful and imposing limited edition vehicle equipped with a V8 engine that delivers an unbelievable 875 horsepower and can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.6 seconds. And it's no wonder that this vehicle can cost more than $1 million. And because they both have cars valued at almost the same amount, we're going to consider this round a draw. Point for both. Most expensive mansion. When it comes to buying a good place to live, the two athletes don't usually skimp. But which of them has the most expensive property? Mike Tyson, for example. During the period when Mike Tyson was married to his ex-wife, Monica Turner, they lived in a beautiful mansion in a gated community in Bethesda, Maryland. Situated on a 2.5-acre lot, the 19,000-square-foot residence is able to offer every comfort imaginable. Going into its interior, we can see that the decor is very clean, having a color palette in light tones. One point that stands out in this property is that all rooms have large window openings, which bring excellent natural lighting. The interior of the mansion has several rooms which only exist in homes of this magnitude, such as a beautiful piano room in order to play his favorite songs, a fireplace in the living rooms to warm up on the colder days, a sophisticated dining room decorated with a luxurious chandelier, a rustic, wood-paneled office, a TV room equipped with a large projector, a weight training gym with views to the nature, a game rooms with a pool table, beside many other things. Going up to the house's second floor is where the master suite is located, which features a gigantic walk-in closet and a luxurious bathroom with a spectacular hot tub in the center. The external area of the property is not overshadowed by its interior, being equipped with excellent structures such as a beautiful pool and even a basketball court. In addition, it was in this gigantic space that Mike Tyson was once spotted taking a walk with one of his famous tigers. And according to some sources, this incredible property was ceded to his ex-wife after they divorced in 2003. And as reported in the media, in 2021 the property that once belonged to Tyson was sold for the small sum of almost $4,600,000. LeBron James' most expensive mansion is his 2.5-acre estate in Beverly Hills, California. The player's huge residence offers all the luxury and refinement you can imagine. Tennis court surrounded by green areas, a round swimming pool with a trampoline, as well as a movie theater, which he seems to love. And to add this property to his portfolio, he had to shell out a fortune. According to media reports, in 2020 he had to invest around $36.8 million. So it's clear that LeBron James wins this round. Exaggerated luxuries. Both athletes lead lives full of luxury and comfort, but which one spends the most money? Mike Tyson, for example, owned 3 pet tigers, paying around $70,000 on each one. And just to keep these feline animals, he spent around $125,000 a year. When it came to styling his look, Tyson didn't like to skimp either, having been spotted sporting accessories like a $5,000 Rolex Oyster Perpetual, a $12,000 Cartier Pasha, a $18,000 Rolex Day-Date, a $33,000 Hublot Big Bang Unico WBC, a $40,000 Rolex Daytona White Gold. But the fighter's most expensive jewelry was a bracelet and watch made entirely with diamonds, whose price was estimated at around $630,000. At the height of his success, the fighter also enjoyed throwing lavish parties, such as his 30th birthday, which was attended by a guest list of 700 with many stars, an event that cost him around $400,000. Some sources also say that Mike Tyson was very generous to the people he cared about, having even given several luxury cars as gifts to his friends. LeBron James, for his part, collects luxury watches and has been seen wearing pieces such as Rolex Oyster Perpetual Coral Red valued at $16,000, Rolex Yachtmaster II valued at $25,000, Rolex GMT Master II Sprite worth $25,000, Rolex Day-Date valued at $50,000, Patek Philippe Nautilus Tiffany dial for $52,000, Rolex Yachtmaster on a Black Oyster Flex for $60,000, Rolex Day-Date Puzzle dial for $61,500, Rolex Datejust Pearlmaster Yellow Gold for $65,000, Patek Philippe Nautilus valued at $100,000, Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Concept Black Panther valued at $160,000, Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day-Date Ice Blue dial for $220,000, Rolex Daytona Eye of the Tiger for $300,000, Patek Philippe 6102R valued at $300,000, Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Frosted Gold for $331,000, Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Perpetual Blue Ceramic for $400,000, Richard Mille RM11-03 valued at $450,000, Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Tourbillon Extra Thin for $475,000, Richard Mille RM11-03 NTPT Carbon Flyback for $550,000, Richard Mille RM11-03 Automatic in Red Quartz for $550,000, Richard Mille RM11-03 Jean Tote valued at $600,000, Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Double Balance Wheel for $600,000, Patek Philippe Nautilus Chronograph Rose Gold valued at $673,000, and also a watch made exclusively for him. This is an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore LeBron James, which can be found for around $100,000. LeBron James also likes to travel in beautiful aircraft. He is believed to own, for example, a Gulfstream G280, a very modern twin-engine business jet. Its interior is very luxurious, with 2 seating areas capable of carrying up to 10 passengers in comfort. And perhaps one of the reasons why the basketball star opts for modern jets is that he has already suffered a major scare when another aircraft he was using had to make an emergency landing, but luckily all went well. And according to some sources, James' aircraft is valued at approximately $22 million. And for spending more than his opponent, LeBron James wins this round. Point for him. Other properties. Both celebrities have lived in many properties, but who has the most valuable real estate portfolio? Mike Tyson, for example, when he had just started making money, he decided to buy a mansion in Southington, Ohio, where he lived during the 1980s. Going inside the property, we can see that everything is very different and luxurious, probably being handpicked to meet the fighter's desires. In one of the rooms, for example, there are golden details with lamps pointing to the center, a place he was supposed to use to hold his parties. The bathrooms, on the other hand, are capable of impressing anyone for their impactful and luxurious decoration. The place has coatings made of black marble and many golden details, which seem to be gold-plated, such as the stunning hot tub bath that is surrounded by glass and had the tub entirely customized with golden objects. The property also features large wooden sheds, where Tyson likely used to hold his events with a larger number of guests. In one of these areas there are huge heated pools, a place so big that they look like resort pools. Although today the property is completely abandoned, we can imagine that in the 1980s it must have been extremely luxurious. And according to some sources, in 2014 the property was bought for $1,100,000 by a church that restored the entire complex to become a shrine. Currently, Mike Tyson lives in a gated community in Seven Hills in Henderson, Nevada, a condominium in which he once owned 2 properties. The athlete's first mansion in the area was a beautiful white house of contemporary architecture. Although it was built in 2001, the property has undergone several renovations and therefore maintains modern and sophisticated details. One of the areas that most draws attention in this house is the outdoor area, where there is an infinity pool with 2 spas and even an illuminated waterfall. In all, the property is about 5,740 square feet, being divided into 6 bedrooms and 6 luxurious bathrooms. And according to media reports, Tyson decided to sell that property for nearly $1,500,000 in order to buy an even more expensive one in the same neighborhood. Currently, the fighter lives in a large 2-story mansion of approximately 8,150 square feet of floor space. In a video posted on the channel QG, while some of Tyson's friends were visiting him at his residence, it was possible to get to see a little of the residence's interior. One of the points about Tyson's intimacy that got a lot of attention was his large collection of birds, an animal he seems to be passionate about. In addition, in the estate's external area, there is a lush landscaping with a strong presence of nature, it being full of shrubs. The site also features a large pool and even a small multi-level water fountain. And according to some sources, Mike Tyson is speculated to have purchased the property for around $2,500,000. LeBron James is not far behind. In 2003, for example, the NBA star decided to buy a luxury property on a 32,000 square foot plot in Akron, in the state of Ohio. The interior of the house has around 6,000 square feet of living space and is so large that it has more than 16 bathrooms. It is known that at the time of purchase, the player paid around $2.1 million, but 2 decades later it is estimated that today the house is valued at around $9.5 million. Another state where LeBron James owns real estate is Florida. In 2022, for example, it was reported that he had acquired a luxury condominium at Estates at Aquilina in Sunny Isles Beach, which is just north of Miami Beach. This is a 2-tower real estate project by the Trump Group, and although there are no internal records of the player's property, just from the photos released of some units, you can see that they all have high-quality, clean design finishes and large windows that provide unique views of the ocean. There are living rooms with sophisticated furniture, as well as customized Italian kitchens and many spacious rooms for the comfort of each resident. And in addition to the luxury that each unit offers, residents also have many other amenities at their disposal in the building, which has been designed for those who want a complete resort-style living experience. There is, for example, a beach club, a large area with an infinity pool and private cabanas just a few meters from the sea, as well as a massage room, a gym with state-of-the-art equipment, a restaurant with a variety of dining options, a modern cinema room, an interactive games room with virtual reality experiences, and many other things. And according to some portals, the NBA star paid $9 million for the property. Going even higher, LeBron James once owned a beautiful lakefront mansion in Miami, also in the state of Florida. The interior of the mansion has a light color palette on the walls that matches the darker color of the wood, which is very present in the kitchen cabinets and especially in the office and closet. In all, the house has 6 spacious bedrooms and 8 beautiful bathrooms, as well as a few treats, such as a cinema room with comfortable armchairs and a gym. Outside, there is a luxurious swimming pool that is surrounded by colored LEDs at night, offering a privileged view of Biscayne Bay. It also has a dock to store up to 2 yachts. According to media reports, the basketball player decided to sell the mansion in August 2015 for $13,400,000. Since then, the property has undergone renovations and been put on the market a few times, and was last sold at the end of 2023 for $18.5 million. The player also once owned a 2-story house in the city of Los Angeles. Inside, the rooms are very spacious, with a total of 9,400 square feet of floor space, divided into 6 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms with a jacuzzi. The decor is very welcoming, with wooden floors and large windows that flood the interior with natural light. Outside, there is green grass and a large Olympic-sized swimming pool with a wooden deck. According to press reports, the player bought the house in 2015 for $21 million, but decided to sell it in 2021 for just $19.6 million. Still in California, LeBron James owns another 15,600 square foot property, located on one of the most upscale streets in Los Angeles. The interior of the residence is very sophisticated, built with top-of-the-range materials. The kitchen, for example, has natural French oak and marble countertops from Spain. In all, the property has around 9,700 square feet, divided into 8 bedrooms and 11 luxurious marble-clad bathrooms. In addition, the mansion also offers other treats to the player, such as a games room, a complete gym, and a movie theater. And to acquire this beautiful mansion, the player had to shell out around $23 million in 2017. In other words, LeBron James wins this round. Business. As well as being 2 great athletes, they also have other sources of income. But who has the most lucrative businesses? Tyson has become a successful businessman, investing in projects that seem to be giving him a lot of return. He owns, for example, Tyson 2.0, a company that sells products made from cannabis. The business seems to be so successful that the company's official Instagram alone has almost 150,000 followers. Social media is also another of the fighter's sources of income. He has, for example, a YouTube channel that has 2 million subscribers, with videos that have reached tens of millions of views. On Instagram, he has over 20 million followers, and is where he takes the opportunity to promote his company's products. That's all not to mention his VIP presence at events, his famous appearances in Hollywood movies, and even exhibition fights he's been doing after retiring, which also continue to earn him a lot of money. Meanwhile, in 2011, LeBron James co-founded the designer clothing store UNKNWN in Miami, as well as investing in the ride-sharing company Lyft and the fitness equipment startup Tonal, for which he is also an ambassador. The player also has investments in the gastronomy business, owning 19 franchises of the Blaze Pizza chain of pizzerias. The basketball star was also a minority shareholder in Beats Electronics, headphones, and audio equipment company that was sold to Apple. According to some sources, the star made around $30 million from this deal alone. In the world of sports, he has investments in several famous clubs, such as the Boston Red Sox baseball team, the New England Patriots soccer team, the American stock car organization RFK Racing, the Italian soccer club AC Milan, and one of England's biggest soccer teams, Liverpool, the Pittsburgh Penguins field hockey team. LeBron James is also a partner in Ladder, a sports supplement company created in partnership with other celebrities such as Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he even owns a film production company, having founded Spring Hill Company, a company that produced and released his new movie in 2021 called Space Jam: A New Legacy. And according to Forbes, the production company has an estimated market value of $300 million. And that's not even counting all the money he gets from being the poster boy for various famous companies. To give you an idea of how well known LeBron James is in the media, he is by far the most famous basketball player on social media, with around 160 million followers on Instagram alone. And it's because of all this fame that he is featured in campaigns for brands such as Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Sprite, and many others. But his biggest contract is undoubtedly with Nike, a company he signed a lifetime contract with, guaranteeing him a multi-million-dollar salary for the rest of his life. Since we don't know who profits more from their sources of income, we'll consider this round a draw. Points for both. Net worth. Everyone knows that both athletes have made a lot of money during their careers. But who has the biggest accumulated fortune? Mike Tyson, for example, was once considered one of the highest paid athletes in the world. Most of his income came through his fights that were very successful and were broadcast worldwide, which also earned him a lot of money with pay-per-view. He even had millionaire contracts with television stations like HBO and Showtime. And of course, the amount of money he received for each fight grew as he beat his opponents and his name became more and more known in the world. To get an idea, it is estimated that adding up the bonuses, he received about a $1,500,000 against Trevor Berbick, a $2 million against James Smith, a $2,500,000 against Pinklon Thomas, a $5 million against Larry Holmes, a $10 million against Tony Tubbs, a $20 million against Michael Spinks, a $25 million against Peter McNeely, a $30 million against Bruce Seldon, and even unbelievable $103 million against Lennox Lewis in 2002, a figure that, adjusted for inflation, is worth over $150 million today. Adding up all his earnings, Mike Tyson earned at least $430 million, which is equivalent to over $700 million. And despite making so much money, in 2003 he surprised everyone when he declared bankruptcy, reporting being $23 million in debt. It is speculated that his financial problems were due to the fact that he lived an extremely luxurious life and did not know how to manage his expenses, added to the fact that his manager Don King kept a large percentage of all his earnings. Currently, he seems to have turned the tables and gotten financially back on his feet again. And while no one knows for sure what his current net worth is, we can estimate that he has at least $20 million, a figure that could be much higher if he had invested and managed his wealth better. LeBron James, for his part, is not far behind. Like most athletes, the star had to work hard to see his salary increase, since at the start of his career, it is estimated that he was paid just $4.7 million playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. However, as he became an NBA star, LeBron James also saw his wages rise considerably, to the point where he was the highest paid basketball player in the world for several years, as well as being considered in 2020 to be the 5th highest earning athlete in all sports for the year. Currently, as a Los Angeles Lakers player alone, LeBron James receives a super salary of $46.9 million. And although it's a huge sum, it's still far from being his biggest source of income. That's because it's estimated that he earns between $60 and $90 million off the court, mainly from his advertising contracts. To give you an idea, his lifetime contract with Nike alone earns him around $30 million a year. Bearing in mind that he is less than 40 years old, it is believed that his partnership with the company will probably earn him more than $1 billion over the course of his life. When you consider other sources of income, the player's earnings per year go way up. To give an estimate of his earnings over the last few years, it is speculated that he has earned around $86 million in 2017, $85.5 million in 2018, $85 million in 2019, $121.2 million in 2022, and $119.5 million in 2023. And although it is not known exactly how much the player's fortune is currently worth, according to Forbes magazine, the NBA star has a net worth of over $1 billion. And because he has a much bigger fortune, LeBron James wins this final round. Point for him. At the end of this fight, we had 2 points for Mike Tyson against 6 points for LeBron James, making him the winner of this battle. But if you think there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, deals to satisfy your curiosity.